Hello everyone, it's Claudia and I'm back with another process video for you using the Crepe Paper Journey collection. And I think maybe at this point you just saw a journey process video not too long ago, and I tried to kind of, bring some variety to my channel and using different collections with pretty much most of my videos. But this is the last setup that I made with the collection, and the kill the collection video will be coming up soon. So I figured that I would just share it with you and kind of move on from this collection. And for this one, I wanted to try something different. As you can see on the screen, I'm just adding some splatters and using the plastic packaging technique to just add some interest to my background. And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you right now that I will be covering most of it up. And it was kind of weird because, like beforehand, I already knew what I wanted to do with this layout, or wanted to try, because I never really tried it before, and I had no idea if it was even going to work out or not. But I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that with that idea, there wasn't really any need to dress up the background at all. But it still did it, and um, yeah, like I said, most of it will be covered up. So what you can maybe kind of guess what I'm doing. I am just cutting out some squares, and I'm kind of tilting them in an angle so they are kind of like a different a little bit of a different shape. And I did it with my photos too. So because I wanted my photos to have that shape as well, I needed to have photos that I could, cut out like that without wasting anything super important within the photo, if you get what I mean. And I just kind of, going through my photos. I have a whole bunch of photos, so the fact that I haven't taken new photos for like 2 months is no big deal because I have so many photos to scrap. And honestly, the last 2 months I've just been, kind of boring. I haven't done anything really important or whatever. But anyway, back to the layout, because no one cares about why I don't take photos. Um, so I came across these photos and they were just taken. This was when my boyfriend was visiting me back when I still lived at home, which was last year. And we took a lot of walks to the park. We always, or most of the times, we brought Amy and Ember along with us. And on this night, I brought my camera along with me too, and we just took a bunch of photos. I took some photos of my boyfriend, took some photos of the dogs, the usual. And these were just the kind of like, I guess, like some landscape photos, if you want to even call them that. I'm not sure if they deserve to be called landscape because it's not like super interesting. But I thought, hey, these photos, I can easily cut um, off some of these photos because it will still kind of have the same focus point, and it also kind of works with the journey collection in a way. So I figured, hey, let's just go for it. And while I was rambling on about stuff that is not even that relevant, I just cut out a bunch of squares, and I wasn't really sure on how many I would need because I wasn't exactly sure on how I would want to lay this idea uh, out at this point yet. So I just cut a bunch, and I just made sure to use I used two busy patterns and two more calm patterns so I could combine, and then I decided to cut them in half and then line them up. So like one half is the busy pattern and the other half is going to be the more subtle pattern, which I've seen other people do, so I'm not going to take credit for the idea. But I do really love the way that that looks, and I will probably do it again. It's also a great way to use up scraps, like especially if you have your 6x6 paper pad and you have a bunch of papers left, and you don't really know what to do with them. Then I personally think this is a nice way to still use some of those papers up. And at this point, I thought, let's just kind of like form like a tilted square, if there's no other word for the shape that this layout is forming now. There probably is, and I just don't know. Honestly, it's 9:30. I just woke up. This is the last day where I can finish up my videos before I go home. and by the time you're watching this video, I will already be home. So, I'm just kind of speeding through the process, doing all these voiceovers, getting all the videos uploaded and stuff. So, I do apologize if I don't make any sense or if I'm saying something stupid. I'm just trying to get all these videos done. See, there we go. Trying to get all these videos done for you so you have at least something to watch while I'm gone. And at this point, I'm just kind of going through the ephemera and cut aparts, which I think I mentioned in my last video too. Most of these are just cut aparts, and I don't know, but for some reason, I do struggle sometimes with the cut aparts. And I already filmed my Kill the Collection, and most of the things I have left are indeed cut aparts. So I don't have a whole lot of ephemera left at this point, just a few bits and pieces, and I don't know, I said this before as well, but if I don't have that many ephemera pieces left, I just kind of struggle a little bit because, ephemera to me is the best thing ever. Though I will honestly admit, like for example, and this is off topic again, but I'll make it quick, that with the Dear Lizzie documentary collection, I'm not the biggest fan of the ephemera, so with that particular collection, I do actually prefer the sticker sheet over the ephemera, which is a really cool story, I know, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with the position, and I wanted to layer that frame over my photo on the right, and then I felt like, nah, that looks completely out of place, but it could work as a layering piece, so I cut it in half and layered it behind both my photos. And here I'm just adding a few arrows, which is always a good element. And I also wanted to add this arrow, this chipboard arrow, and I thought it would be nice to just kind of glue it down over the photo and have it pointing towards the middle. And yeah, I do actually really like how this layout came out. It's a little bit different for me, but get different, at least in my opinion. If you don't agree, that is totally fine. But yeah, it was a lot of fun making this layout. Like I said, at this point, I was kind of down to scraps because most of the best elements that were in the collection I already used up. So then it's just a little bit harder to create layouts, or you have to be a little bit more creative and think outside of the box to still come up with a decent layout, which actually I don't mind. I think it's a nice challenge to create a decent layout with scraps. And I'm going to stick down this vellum piece and then just add this feather puppy sticker, which I loved as well. These puppy stickers were really nice, and I actually purposely not use the puppy stickers that were gold and had pink because I figured that they would be perfect to go in my stash and use on a future layout, because gold and pink works with pretty much any of my layouts. And here I thought that maybe it would be a nice idea to punch out some of these hearts from a scrap piece of paper, but when I put them on, I just felt like they didn't look like I thought it would look, so I just decided to scrap that idea and just move on. And here I'm trying to see if there's some wood veneer, and it will basically finish off my layout. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Give a thumbs up if you did, and I'll be back with more process videos soon. Have a great day.